Hello everyone, welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.02 version 7. This is your broadcaster Farron, and today's matchup is going to be something different. As you saw from my schedule, it's going to be another live cast. Finally we're getting back to it, and joining me today is going to be a co-cast with Veliamar. Say hello, Veliamar.
Hi, thanks for having me, Farron.
No
Welcome
problem,
to be
man.
Here.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot this is a different map. This is all zoomed in. Oh.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it, it's just I'm kind of spoiled.
Yeah, this is a fairly decent map though. It's one created by Solus. I really enjoy the layout of this map and the creeps and just the way that the players can go through each different routes here.
Yeah, it's definitely very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this
here.
corner over here, the southern corner. Oh, it's so kinky.
Yep. And what do we have here, Farron?
We do have a lime green MQS as Mordor, and it's going to be a red Ab3r as Angmar. Looks like Ab3r going to be going for a typical start. With Angmar, you don't have a huge variety in build orders, at least to start off with. Whereas MQS is going to be going for your typical build order, not certain what he's going to go for, because Mordor's build order does start the same way as well as Angmar's.
Yep. Hopefully we'll be able to see a lot of orc spam against the, and hopefully help the Mordor thrive off of their orc spam, because the Gunabads are just generally stronger than orcs. Maybe he'll go for a palace, but I'm hoping that he'll kind of overwhelm Ab3r here, because Mordor does have a disadvantage with their orcs.
Yeah, they do have, their orcs are definitely not as strong. The only disadvantage I would say for the Thrallmaster Gundabad summons is the Thrallmaster. If you're not careful with that Thrallmaster, yeah, your whole battalion's gonna die in half a second.
Yeah, that's unfortunate sometimes, and it does tend to happen with a lot of these games. But hopefully Ab3r will still be able to conserve his Thrallmaster and hopefully make use out of their Thralls.
And that is a good thing about the Thrallmasters. If you do manage to keep the Thralls, even one unit or just a Thrallmaster alive, it will begin to regen units as soon as you get it back. No level 2 required.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this map's got 2 signal fires. I didn't notice that, or I didn't really pay attention to it, but there is going to be 2 signal fires. I don't think he has any of the capital structures, just the 2 signal fires, but I think that's kind of enough.
Yeah. MQS here is just deciding to go for Palace right now, hoping to get some decent Easterlings and as well, hopefully in the future, get some cav.
Sorry, I was just orgasming over the Harad temple there. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the game. But anyway, you do have a lot of orc spam going on. I think MQS only gone for 2 orc pits though, so he is going for, yeah, you did say he got over Palace. Ab3r's got his second haul up though, so he's going to be pumping out those Thrallmasters. God, I have to move around a lot more now to see the base.
Oh, he's taking the Palace up to level 2 instantly. Not going for Easterlings, but rather just going straight for either Lancers or the Corsairs.
That could be a good play, although Angmar does have a very good counter to that very quickly with their Thralls. They can easily summon in those Rudar Spearmen immediately as soon as they see those cavalry.
Yeah.
So it'll be
hopefully
an advantage.
their initial surprise will be very good for Mordor.
It will be a bit of an advantage, but it won't be very... it's the surprise, it won't have very much longevity.
Yeah. Hopefully it will weaken Ab3r's army though by forcing him to choose pikes to always stay wary of the threat of Lancers though.
That is true. It looks like a forward slaughterhouse from MQS is going to go down, as these Gundabad orcs just show how much more powerful they are, even though they took out the slaughterhouse as well as the orc battalion.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Ab3r here is getting a little bit stronger, and Mordor isn't really making any much use out of the value of the orcs. Here, he's just losing his orcs in the middle of his base. Hopefully he's scouting though and realizing what his opponent is going for in terms of build order for Ab3r.
That is true. It could be one reason is he's not familiar with the map, so he's taking a little bit, fiddling about a little bit, moving around and doing stuff. Yeah. Which is something I would definitely do.
Yeah. We do have our first Lancers out though, immediately taking care of the Thrall in his base.
So that will shut down that harassment there, and he will be able to rebuild. A little bit of damage is dealt, but as far as MQS is harassed, he hasn't really been able to make much money's worth off of his orcs there. Although I say money's worth, they are incredibly cheap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember in Bifme 1 where they were 100, they were free, and I was just watching, like, I think it was Ace Yoda this morning, and the way the eco just keeps shooting up because its orcs are so free, and it's just, why were they free? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was playing, I think, on 1.06 for Bifme 1, but I don't remember if they're still free there. I haven't played any of Bifme 1 besides the original. But here come those Lancers. And Ab3r, actually I don't think he has any Rudra Streamer on the field still. Does have those thralls, but...
This is good for MQS though. Very good push for the cavalry here.
And now all those orcs are clumping in the middle, and they're getting ready for a big push. They do have some counter to any Wolf Riders that could come out with that den on the field now.
Oh.
Ooh, that cavalry
managed to kind of edge the side of the Mordor throwers though.
Yeah, it looks like it was going to be a bad trample there. But he made it work somehow.
Yeah.
However, Ab3r does have a harassing battalion in the back of the base here. It is going to be causing a little bit of damage, as there's nothing here for MQS really to counter it. He's going up to level 3 with the Sirajam Palace though.
MQS has the possibility of turning the tides here in Ab3r's base. He has weakened Ab3r's army with his pikemen and forcing him to deal with the orcs themselves with just pikemen here, which we know are just not really that strong against swordsmen.
I really feel like Ab3r would benefit if he were to get a Waldor on the field. As if he's going for the Rudor Spearman and Pike combo, he needs that bonus there.
Yeah.
Those
orcs are doing a lot of damage though, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, I mean, you expect orcs, but these are Gundabad orcs. You gotta recognize the Hobbit does exist. These are Gundabad orcs. They are much stronger. As far as powers go though, I haven't taken a look at them. It looks like MQS has got a war chant with 4 extra power points, almost 5 now. What does Ab3r have over there?
He's got war chant still, and yet he's a bit ahead at 7 power points. Early on the game, he's at an advantage, but slowly as we move into the mid game, it'll start to even up a little if MQS does things right.
That is true, but it's still in the early game that even a single power point advantage can be a huge tipping point. Because if you can get to that 10 power point first, it can make a huge advantage over a huge difference. But Ab3r creeping the Warglare over here by the Signifier, whereas MQS has not creeped his Warglare over there, is finally now doing so with the Sirajam Archers.
Yeah, and notice that MQS has been doing a lot of economic damage to Ab3r, forcing him to rebuild his mills, and yet MQS here still retaining his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slaughterhouses. Clearly he has a superior economy at this moment.
I really feel like he would benefit from some lumber mills in this nice jungle environment.
Yeah.
As there's just so many trees, and his base is not really going too touch. He's gotten 1 harassing battalion in there, but that's been dealt with. So a lumber mill or 2 in the backside would do a huge wonder for his economy here.
Yeah. And he has leveled up his palace to 3 and managed to get some Harajam archers out here on the right side.
Also does have a second one.
Yeah.
There is going to be a Waldor now found on the field, so with that doubled off from the war chant, this Rudar force from Ab3r is going to be looking very scary. And rightly so, MQS is going to turn tail and run. Doesn't want to engage this while it's fully buffed here. He has no chance of winning.
Ab3r is deciding to take that other signal fire here, hoping to use that vision bonus here.
And he also did have the other signal fire when he casted a war chant, so his war chant will be coming back a lot faster.
And while he's got MQS busy on the right side, he's rebuilding his economy back up, hopefully making sure that he'll be able to retain his economy to back up further.
But here's a big blow. MQS picks off the hub farm there in between the halls there, while his opponent was busy pushing towards the middle. The Lancers just went and harassed and took it down, and that's going to be huge, as you do not want to be losing that, especially this early on.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Gonna be MQS.
since Ab3r took the signal fire here, he's been able to use the vision bonus here, and he sees that MQS is coming along on the right side with the signal fire here.
Ooh, I didn't see that. Yeah, he's seen the expansion, so he could potentially do some damage against that in the future, with MQS thinking he has that advantage of him not seeing it.
Yeah.
Whereas MQS doesn't have either the signal fires, he can't see anything his opponent is doing around the edges of these hills. Not that Ab3r is doing anything, of course, at the moment.
Wow, he has managed to make Ab3r retreat a little back into his base. Oh.
And that's going to be a little interesting, as Ab3r with his retreat there, he is rebuilding his mills. Actually, I see him in the southwest over here. He's going to be building a sneaky mill to try and have some hidden economy from his opponent there.
He has picked up his Troll and Wolf Den to level 2 though, and is getting his first battalion of Snow Trolls out. Hopefully they'll do a lot of damage to the Mordor player here as he advances into his base.
Ab3r is harassing up to the north, so he's not leaving his opponent alone, which is good, because he doesn't need to be leaving that Mordor economy alone, especially if it doesn't get up to industry, which he might be teching into as his next power here, as he does have that option, I believe.
Yep.
But there is going to be
Mordor
some...
strong, holy cow. He's in his base, and Ab3r might have made a big mistake, because he left that army by itself, perhaps not checking up on it once in a while to see if that army is advancing. Unfortunately, Mordor has advanced into his army and is making a huge hit on his production buildings here.
But a good snowbind from Ab3r there. He needs to keep these production buildings alive, as if he starts losing them, he's not going to be able to keep up with his opponent. He does, however, have that large army still in his base to be able to counter this push. So MQS might be able to do some damage, but I don't think he'll get his army out of there alive.
He's managed to take down that production building, but at the cost of his army here, possibly.
MQS does have a siege works at home that's going to be level 2, so I would think he's going to go for catapults, because I don't know if Blackbriars would be a great choice in this situation, with all these spearmen on the field.
Yeah. He does have a lot of axe throwers though, so he might be able to be looking for those axe throwers to trample with.
Yeah, and those axe throwers do deal bonus damage against flyers, so you definitely won't be seeing any flyers coming out anytime soon for MQS. But MQS not taking up his orc pits. I think that might be a bit of a misplacement of his resources, that he does want to get those higher tier grunt units in the field so they can last longer. With the Harad archers, they're going to deal more damage, but these orcs are not going to last very long with this buffed Rudar force.
Yeah.
And that battalion from MQS is almost level 3, the Harad Lancers. He's been able to keep them alive all game.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I know I would have lost him. MQS now doing some creeping.
Yep. Here we see Ab3r can see the entire army at the signal fire right here. Thinking he can take the army here, but unfortunately, he has buffed his units here.
Ab3r now on a little bit of a good position on the western side though, with his 2 snow troll battalions. If he can get a couple of these slaughterhouses down, he'll get the free war chant buff with the charge attack on these units, and they'll be even more powerful.
Yeah, that is very great for the snow trolls indeed.
MQS still actually sitting on only one of his starting farms now. I didn't realize that. He did lose 2 of them, as only one of them is close to level 3.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It looks like, I think actually, okay, Ab3r did retreat there. I thought he had completely lost his forces to MQS, and I would have been a bit concerned in that case. But it looks like the Snow Troll's not going to be moving into harass, because there is going to be that barricade summon on the single fire over here, which is actually under Ab3r's control.
And here we see Ab3r leveling his level 2 barracks to level 3 instantly, hoping to get those rangers out very soon in order to deal with the Mordor army here, possibly to use the Fell Wind and Long Shot combo as well.
Was a bit of a builder pickup there. I think MQS might have accidentally pulled his builder into his army or was expanding too far forward and he lost a builder there.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Mordor has managed to trap the Angmar army here and has made a lot of damage here.
I don't know if he's going to be able to get these units out as they're not retreating. Hwaldar is turning tail, but the rest of the army is staying there, I guess, to hold them off. But I'm not sure if I would have left the whole army. I would have left part of the army, but that's because the whole army is still engaged and the entire army down. It didn't really deal a whole lot of damage to the army of MQS here. Hwaldar, however, is level 4. At level 5, he will get that Summon Hillman ability, which will be powerful for him.
Here we see the Nazgul here coming out for a Mordor, hoping to scare away the snow trolls as well.
They are kind of scared. They look, actually they're very low health, and I don't know what happened to the other battalion. Oh, it's going to be harassing into the west. It must crush the west. Finally some Dark Rangers coming on the field off of that level 3 barracks you mentioned a second ago. But MQS is an answer for that with the fire arrows off of his level 3 Haradrim Palace is going to be going on those Haradrim Archers, and I think even though the Haradrim Archers do not outclass the Dark Rangers as far as elite archers, that fire arrow bonus will help them have the advantage in this situation.
Yeah, and he has managed to use Banner Carrier upgrade and bought it for the Rangers here. Hopefully to using it on the Haradrim Archers and the rest of the Mordor army here with the long shot and the one as well.
That one-will combo is going to be powerful, but with the troops buff, there's still going to be some survivors. I really feel like Ab3r might want to, as soon as he has the chance, get a Morgamir so he can get that debuff somewhere in there.
Yeah, but here Ab3r is making a strong defense right now.
Yeah, he's holding this Hall of the King's Men has stayed up since that initial push from MQS when he had the huge advantage. It's still up, and I'm impressed with that because I would have definitely lost the building. I might have even conceded the building to my opponent to keep the experience from him.
Yeah, it just shows how good Ab3r is in making a good defense and protecting his buildings at the same time. And he is still buying Dark Rangers from the level 3 barracks right now, which is good for him, as he'll need those for the Haradrim Archers itself, especially with their fire arrows.
MQS putting up a tower in the back of his base to protect his lumber mill line that he's finally throwing up is going to be getting that good eco, but still didn't go for the industry. He said he went for that barricade that we saw, but it sounds like he did lose his cavalry there. That level 3, I think, battalion of Haradrim Lancers. Yeah. I'm not sure where they went down. That's
unfortunate. Rest in peace.
Press F for respect, guys. But that barricade system is going to be so good right there. It forces the engagement backwards, as you don't want to be engaged with fire behind you.
Yeah. Here we see the Nazgul coming in as well with level 2 Dread Visage. That'll definitely be a good debuff for against the Angmar army here.
Oh, they got level 2. Oh, that's kinky. I don't even know how they got to level 2. Was it off the snow trolls?
I believe it was, yes. Or perhaps off of the farms that he's been harassing as well.
It could be that. It looks like MQS has forgotten about this harassment up in the north. It's been like 5 minutes now and the building rebel is still there. Okay, maybe not 5 minutes because I don't think it'll not rebuild after that long.
Seeing his opportunity, the Nazgul might be charging in right now to deal some good damage to archers. Or not. He might be just attacking.
I think the better choice there would be to go in, do some damage to the archers, and then take out Hwaldar while you have the chance.
Yeah.
Because without those buffs, the leadership buff for the axe throwers and the spearmen there, they're not going to be anywhere near as powerful against these Nazgul.
Oh, he's going to use a long shot, the one combo again.
And it is going to be powerful. Wow. Whose chainland? That's going to be MQS's chainland, I think, going down there. I keep forgetting that Angmar has the ice instead of the chainland.
Yeah.
MQS finally having those level 2 orc pits, going to be pumping out some black orcs now. Does he have the banner carriers? He does not. He might want to get that, as with that banner carrier they can go into battle with that bloodthirsty ability. Or bloodlust as the code says. I always found that kind of weird that the code calls it something different than the game calls it. This barricade is going to go down quite quickly with all these troops encircling it. There are going to be some troops from MQS up on the hill here, I think, going to be able to fend them off. Actually, it's not really a hill. I'm a bit confused. It's going to be a pass up here, and there's going to be a valley down here. I was thinking that it was a hill down from the signal fire, but it's just a pass down into the area below the base. Don't mind me while I'm rambling about the new map. Or
it's no problem.
New-ish map.
Oh, now let's go have a chain level 3 as well, since they were harassing some farms here.
Ooh, and that, you can see that healing particle effect's going to be on them.
Yeah. Here we see an engagement in the middle. Mordor forcing itself to retreat because of Longshot is being threatened right now.
Does lose a few units there, but not a huge amount.
Yeah. Just the threat of Longshot itself is very scary. It could wipe out your entire army in a couple of seconds. And again, he forces the Longshot onto our archer line and dealing some good damage. Oh. Here we have a barrage here.
That rock drop's gonna be so powerful. Better use the building heal.
Rock drop.
Rock drop and building heal. Oh, I didn't see that. That was a good placement by Ab3r. He put the spear thrower, or the Rudor spearman in the tower to keep them protected from the rock drop.
Yeah.
I feel like that
tower go down.
The tower is gonna go down, and with the barricade summon, Ab3r's gonna lose a thrall there. He's gonna be popping up some more towers to try and save his builder, I think, and hold the line here, but he's kind of on the back foot actually with the loss of his army there. He has to replenish it once again instead of spending money on heroes. As you can see, he does have that Flames of Darkness upgrade on his fortress. MQS still not engaging with this creep up in the north. I wonder if he'll ever notice it.
Now let's go have a 10 level 4 right now, and are still continuing to harass the farms as well.
Ooh, that's gonna be that's a level 2.5 farm, so that's gonna be a good pickup to knock down.
Yeah.
You need to keep those mills from level 3. Ooh, all those Dark Rangers. Rest in peace.
That's unfortunate.
Those respect, guys. Good. What is this right here? Is it part of the map? It's like a broken tree stump next to the Nazgul right there, and I can't tell if it's part of the map or if it's something that got knocked down.
I believe it's part of the map.
I don't know. With the tan land and the ice bonus there, it just looks really out of place. And that long shot, as you can see, it didn't do anywhere near as much damage as it would have if there was a debuff there, or if there wasn't any sort of buff on these units. And that hull that stood for so long, finally going to go down to this big push.
Yeah.
Actually, going to be armor on those Black Orcs there. Didn't see that MQS had purchased that. He's going for the upgrades now, and he's got a troll cage.
He has trapped a Nazgul here and managed to make some good damage to him. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to kill the entire battalion, so MQS will still be able to heal them up back.
That's my nightmare, is when you have a high level battalion or something, and then they get so close to dying, and you're like, no, please no, don't die.
Yeah.
Don't die, my pretties. But Ab3r making a good defense here. MQS trying to make a push, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He needs to pull back that drummer troll so we can wait for these troops. But instead he's going to walk right in the middle, and doesn't have that howl ability either. I really think he wanted to pull that drummer troll back and put it with this army over here that's going to go knock down, I think it was going to knock down this troll and wolf den.
Oh, he's threatening the long shot here.
And MQS is going to take it.
Ooh. He's still going to take the troll and wolf den, I believe.
Yeah, it doesn't even need that second battalion. I think that's Ab3r calling it right there. So wow,
yeah.
That was a great game. I didn't expect MQS to pull it out after Ab3r just had those Gundabad Orcs overwhelming his opponent.
Definitely. That was a surprise to me as well.
But yeah, that's a great game. I might even save that.
GG.
GG. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this live video cast. It's not technically what I would on my schedule call a live video cast, as it's with another person. We did experience some issues with trying to run 2 different replays at once, like the same replay but on different games. It somehow desynced somewhere along the way, and so he was like 2 minutes ahead. So yeah, that's unfortunate. It's a little weird. I was like, wait, did this thing die? Are you talking about this thing that happened right now? No, it happened like 2 minutes ago, man. What?
Yeah.
So yeah, Aber v MQS Pro Map. Did I capitalize everything? Okay, good. No. Oh yeah. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Veliamar. If anyone of y'all also, I've been meaning to do this. I wanted to do it at the beginning, but Veliamar also is a live streamer. He's not necessarily full-time or anything like that, but he does stream from time to time. So if any of y'all want to, you can go ahead and check him out at twitch.tv/Veliam, Veliam.
Yes, that's correct.
Good. I couldn't spell right for a second. I was scared I wasn't spelling that.
It's alright.
Because I can spell, but when I'm spelling on the fly in my head, everything feels wrong.
Yeah. Alright. Well, thank you for having me, Farron. It was a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, man. We'll look forward to doing this in the future. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one. Veliamar, say goodbye.
Bye-bye.